Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott Selections here for Monday, March 8th. Before we get into today's play of the day, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a nice winner with Michigan and Michigan State under the 137. A little bit of over money came in on the overnight after I made the video, but didn't really matter. Game went way under in the first half. And then it got a little bit dicey late with all the scramble points with the free throws. But at the end of the day, I ended up picking up a nice winner. Game landed at, I believe, 134. So it ended up being a little bit Michigan had a shot there at the end to potentially give us a push, but didn't get the shot off, and we ended up getting a winner. So look for another play of the day winner here in college basketball on Monday. And for the play of the day, we're going to be looking at a conference tournament final in the SoCon Conference between Mercer and UNC Greensboro. And for the play of the day, we're going to be laying it with the favorite here with UNC Greensboro -5 at -110 on Fox by a time recording of 10:49 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like UNC Greensboro in the spot. First of all, has been some money on Greensboro. Wound up at -4, and now it's currently up to -5. Mercer so far this season is 18-10, but only 8-9 in conference play. And UNC Greensboro is 20-8 overall and 13-5 in conference play. So needless to say, UNC Greensboro is the 1 seed in this entire tournament, and Mercer is not. Mercer is currently the 7 seed and has had to upset some teams in order to actually be here. However, Mercer did have a little bit of an easier schedule than it originally thought it was going to in the tournament. Ended up upsetting Wofford, the 2 seed in the first round, by 1 point. Still very impressive. And then it was supposed to face it off against Furman in the next round, as Furman was the 3 seed, but Furman ended up losing in the first round to VMI. So VMI, the 6 seed, ended up playing Mercer, the 7 seed, into the semifinals, and Mercer was able to win that game by 14 points. Meanwhile, Greensboro ended up playing the schedule that it was basically supposed to play. I know that Chattanooga ended up losing to East Tennessee State, so Greensboro had to play the 5 seed in the second round, but it was able to beat Citadel, able to beat East Tennessee State by at least 8 points. So looking at those games in itself, it seems like Greensboro has been pretty comfortable so far in this conference tournament, and it should, because of the fact that this tournament is taking place in North Carolina. Now, I know that there are no fans. It's technically taking place in Asheville, so it's not a home game or anything for UNC Greensboro, but I definitely think it does help when you're playing in your own home state. But looking at the matchups here and looking at some of the just breaking down some of the different matchups these teams had earlier this season, these teams played twice during the regular season. Greensboro won the first meeting at home by 13 points and won the second meeting on the road by 3 points. So Greensboro is undefeated against Mercer this season, and I do think it should be able to put together a nice performance in this matchup. But looking at some of the efficiency numbers here, Greensboro ranks 77th in defense efficiency according to KenPom. Mercer ranks 189th, and Greensboro ranks 77th in rebounding rate. Mercer ranks 123rd. Now, that is kind of the story of how the first 2 meetings went. Greensboro's defense was really just on point. And if you actually look at the matchups there, Mercer in the first game only scored 68 points, really just put the clamps down on them. And I think that Greensboro does something that a lot of teams in the SoCon don't, which is play extremely physical defense while also being able to rebound the ball. And I do think that that is definitely an Achilles heel to this Mercer team. And I do think that you will see UNC Greensboro deploy a very similar strategy. It's one thing for Mercer to end up beating Wofford team that is a little bit streaky from the outside and doesn't exactly possess much size on the interior, and then a VMI team that likes to go up and down but also doesn't have much size. Greensboro has a lot of size, and I do think that after it was able to out-rebound Mercer in the first meeting by 12, and if you look at the second meeting there, Greensboro was also able to win the rebounding battle in that game. And I simply think that just looking at the matchup here, I think Mercer's going to have a ton of problems securing offensive rebounds, even winning the defensive battle, just based on the fact that Greensboro has won the rebounding edge by at least 7 in each of the 2 meetings. So if you're looking at a bunch of second chance points, bunch of potential free throws, bunch of potential foul trouble for Mercer, I think Greensboro should win this game probably going away. Do I think it'll be a blowout from start to finish? Probably not. I do think you will see Mercer hang around for maybe a half. But at the end of the day, Greensboro has the experience and has the size in the interior to give Mercer some serious problems, and I do think that will decide the game. So once again, the play of the day here for Monday, March 8th is going to be on UNC Greensboro, -5 and -110 on Fox Bet. And other than that, though, that's been Installment Scott Selections. Go to all of you and respect the best today. Bye, everyone.